Hi, my name is Carla Lorena and I'm going to talk about the VOA English Agriculture Report. To begin, I will talk about the importance of sorghum in Africa. Firstly, sorghum is a cultivated tropical cereal grass. Furthermore, it is considered in many places but not all around the world as the first domesticated cereal in North Africa, probably in the Nile or Ethiopian regions. For instance, sorghum is Africa's second most important cereal. According to experts, this continent produces approximately 20 million tons of sorghum per year, about one-third of the world crop. It is important to know what is the only viable food grain for many poor people that can consume healthy food because of the food insecurity in the world. In fact, it is important to know that sorghum is adapted to Africa's climate because it was originated in this continent. That is why it's resistant and able to withstand periods of waterlogging. From this point, sorghum is also the grain of 21st century in Africa. Nowadays, sorghum is produced across the world in the warmer climatic areas. Secondly, it is known as the world's first largest, most important cereal grain after wheat, maize, rice, and barley. And we have a phrase from John Wiley that says, the potential for sorghum to be the driver of economic development in Africa is high. For instance, Jevisa egeta is an important Ethiopian American plant breeder geneticist and professor at Purdue University from Ethiopia. And he said, today, the imperative for sorghum to become Africa's primary food grain has never been greater. To illustrate, in 2009, he won the World Food Prize for his big contributions in the production of sorghum. First of all, the World Food Prize is an international award that recognizes the achievements of people who have helped human development by increasing the quality, quantity, or ability of food in the world. So that is an important award that he had received. Occasionally, he is the second African to win it. And he also worked with farmers and seed companies and developed more than 80 seed types of Africa. Besides, he also developed the first sorghum hybrid seeds and worked hard to develop sorghum seeds that can resist long periods without water. Especially, the seeds can also resist the straight wheat, which is known as witchweed, and it is a genus of parasitic plants that occur naturally in parts of Africa, Asia, and Australia. It is the family Orobanchaceae, that there are some species that are serious pathogens of cereal crops, with the greatest effects being in savanna agriculture in Africa. It also causes considerable crop losses in other regions, including other tropical and subtropical crops in its native range and in the Americas. On the other hand, we know that Hillary Clinton admired him because he did not only care about producing this seed but also cared about getting it to farmers. In addition, hybrid seed production is so important in modern agriculture. It is one of the greatest drivers of the sudden increase in agricultural production during the last half of 20th century. This phrase was said by Patanjali about sorghum. Likewise, we have two options for hybridization. We have open pollination and clonal propagation. All of the hybrid seeds planted by farmers will produce similar plants, while the seeds of the next generation from those hybrids will not consistently have the desired characteristics. I think that as a student, it is important to focus on making this type of contribution. We have the opportunity to learn how to do this kind of contributions because we study in a university like Zamorano that give us the opportunity to do that kind of things. We can take the example of this character to inspire of ourselves to help feed the world. We are here to learn that kind of things and to care about the world, and we have to care about how to produce food that will help them. So we can work in these kind of things because like he did an important thing like sorghum that helped his continent a lot. We can take his example. Like we know he saw a big problem, which is that the climate of his country prevents much food from being produced. So he worked on the evolution of sorghum so that it is resistant to climate and faults of his area. This could greatly benefit both the farmers and the inhabitants of their country. And not only help their continent, and he did not only help his continent, but he also helped many parts of the world because nowadays the sorghum is produced in many places. Like my country, Bolivia, produce a lot of sorghum, and also my family produce that. He's also admired because he not only cared about creating the hybrid but he also cared about making it able to farmers so they could produce it. This shows us that he did not care only about money, but he cared about helping this world. And these are the kind of things that we have to do as students that are studying agriculture in this university. And that's all, and thank you.